Hey guys.
We are on.
And make sure we're connected to 5G to the right internet there.
Okay. How is everyone?
There we go.
Are we still on? Are we back? Did we disappear?
Let's see. Okay, we are on. We are good to go. We need Blippi turned down a little bit. Max is watching Blippi. If you guys need a great kids show, Blippi, B-L-I-P-P-I, a YouTuber. I'm like, we need to collab with Blippi. He's just good, clean fun. He's a funny little guy, and I like that all of his videos are like educational. He always takes kids on like a little adventure to like a farm or a zoo or a museum, and it's really cute. So Max is getting to watch that right now while we do our live, and Olivia,
Viv is being crazy.
Miss Viv, decided she wanted to make an appearance. Laura, I'm one of those people who watched you for a few years now without saying hey, so I thought today would be the day. Well, hey, Laura.
Nice.
We've got the laptop down here so that we're able to better track the comments. Otherwise, they kind of disappear on the screen on our phone.
Yep.
So that's why we're gonna be looking down a little bit.
Way.
And we have lots of fun, exciting giveaways just because honestly, we have accumulated a lot of excess of our favorite products that we are affiliated with, that we commonly talk about. So we've got Sun Warrior stuff. We'll get into this in a little bit. Herbal face food,
I'll show.
which is
I can
skincare.
probably
Okay,
show.
I'll grab it then.
There we go.
Go ahead, I'll grab it. Just set it down.
Okay.
We'll make it easier. This is herbal face food. This is the skincare that I have been using for months now, and Dusty is now a convert.
She just tried to get me onto this.
So we'll talk about it more
crazy
in a little
stuff.
bit. Or should we talk about it now or later? We'll give
can
away
talk about
some
it now,
Osea product, one of my favorites.
Yep.
And some Sun Warrior protein.
So we had a chat with
their active energy and their active hydration. Their active line is pretty cool.
We had a phone call chat yesterday with a follower who might actually help us with some work, with just kind of doing some basically assistant type of work, because we're so bogged down with emails and comments. And anyway, this person's been following us for a long time, and she paid us a really nice comment, because our fear is always like, when we started working with brands, we were afraid that people thought that we were sellouts. Mm-hmm. But the truth is, we actually use all of these things. Like, our cupboards are full of these things that we believe in. We just finally got to the point where we realized, well, we're already talking about these things. Let's just team up with these brands. Anyway, this person yesterday, she told us, she was like, no. She was like, it is totally like real and authentic. We totally trust you guys as your followers, and we're glad because it's all real. Like, if we like it, we share it because we believe in it. So, Yep.
And we're really picky.
We are super picky. The neighbor here at our new house actually works with an organic tea company. It sounded great, and I told him, I'm like, look, dude, if there's like anything in this product that isn't natural, organic, whatever, it's a no-go. Like, we're so picky. And he was like, no, you guys are gonna love it. And I brought it home, and Erin, like 2 seconds, she was like, nope, sorry, this isn't gonna work. So we're super picky. If we're promoting it, you guys can be sure that it's legit. So.
Hey Robin. Robin is coming on our second Costa Rica retreat, which we should note really quick. We do have a few more spots available. I've lined up like 3 phone calls just today for people that want to sign up. So those spots are just about completely filled up. So get on it if you guys want to join us next March in Costa Rica. What other housekeeping things? We just got I'll tell you guys a little bit of what's been going on around here. We just had a fence put in for our backyard, but apparently things were not done to code with the the lots here. There's like a big valley, and the rainwater just sits there and
Oh my
pools.
gosh.
It's like there's like a river between our houses, us and the neighbors. So
It's crazy.
this morning the fence company was super chill and cool.
Yeah.
They came and removed the entire fence in a matter of minutes. Like
Yeah,
I was
it was
laying in
nuts.
bed, I heard some banging and pounding, and by the time I got out of bed 10 minutes later, it was gone.
The
fence
fence
was down.
was gone.
So
These guys like rock and rolled, shook it, ripped it out, and I'm like, well, nice to know
Yeah.
that that's gonna keep a burglar out.
Yeah.
I'm like, not really, but
So they're gonna fill it in with dirt and then put the fence back in, and
Yep.
then everything should be to code. And it seems hectic, but at least we don't have to do it.
I just had to let Bo in the front door because again the fence is gone. So
Poor thing.
I let him
He's
out. He wants a fence.
He
he
gets,
wants
like,
a fence.
nervous.
He like gets anxious, and I don't blame him.
And without a collar too. Some dogs like hate being without a collar. He's one of those dogs.
He's like, give me my collar. But he doesn't run away. Like, he's a super good dog. So I let him out to go to the bathroom. Sometimes we kind of forget that he's out there. And he's back in the trees. We're surrounded by trees. We actually love the neighborhood. But
Here's Bo.
he comes to like the front door when he's ready to come back in. He like comes and stands by the front door like, hey, I can't remember how to get back. Like, whatever. I'm here at the front door. Let me in. So
Yeah.
anyway, it's been hectic over here. Erin keeps yelling at me because there's a concrete guy out front, there's a dirt guy out front, there's a fence guy, there's the neighbor calling, like so many things
And
going
all
on.
at once, I came to
Always.
the front door. The Amazon Prime guy was here, UPS was here,
Yeah.
and then these other people, like they all were just like intersecting right in front of our house at the same time.
And I was on the
And I was
phone
like,
with,
this is like borderline when I'm on the verge of like a panic attack
Oh my gosh.
situation.
Crazy. Let's just pray that the
Yeah.
kiddos stay peaceful throughout this
Yeah.
conversation. So far, so good.
We've got hi from Alberta, Canada. That's awesome. Been watching you for years. We've had a lot of you guys saying that, and that's really cool. It sounds like we're so like, I kind of feel like old school YouTubers now. Like we've been in
Yeah.
the game for a while. We've stuck it out and we're feeling
Years.
good about it. And like, hopefully you guys enjoy Saturday's video coming up.
Oh, you will. Erin
kind of a heart to
kills
heart.
it. Kills it. I almost cried watching this. Erin and I got in an argument the
Don't
other day.
give it away.
I'm not going to give it away. But we were like, you know what? It's time for an update. It's time for an update. And I'm like, the women want to hear from you. Can you just sit down and do a talk? She's
Basically
like,
giving the pep talk, hopefully, that you guys might need or might feel inspired by, but it was essentially giving myself the pep talk I needed to hear.
Yeah.
And there's just been a lot of drama, and there is a lot of headache that comes with being a YouTuber and this vegan lifestyle. So hopefully you guys enjoy that.
Especially when you have
video.
kids. It's like, yes, we do share our family. We do share our kids. And we eat a diet that not everybody agrees with. And it's like, some days it's overwhelming from the inbox is mostly full of positive comments and people that support us. But, there's some shady stuff out there, and people are rude and they're mean and they make videos about us and all this stuff, and it gets really hard. So Erin breaks it down for us. This
Something
coming
I
out
would
in a couple
really-
days. It's going to be good. You'll want to watch
Yeah.
on Saturday. I think it'll help. It helped me.
And something I would really enjoy that we've talked about doing, but we have yet to start. We've got our Patreon, but we want to do some kind of insiders club or like membership for you guys, because I want to double up on the videos. I want to have some like intimate conversations that maybe wouldn't be quite as like interesting for everybody on YouTube, but like you guys that know us might enjoy like picking our brains a little bit more and hearing about, I don't know, there's things like I want to talk about cloth diapering, or like the I'm sure we'll talk about the garden beds we're putting in when we do that on YouTube, but like all kinds of stuff. I don't know. There's just
Yeah.
little intimate details that would be fun to share with you guys and learn from you guys too.
Occasionally we share things like the farm tour that not everybody loves, and so we're like, how do we have a space where we can talk to like a few individuals that might be more into some of these other things. So but we've toyed with this YouTube memberships idea because it's a kind of a new feature and could be kind of fun. And just another way, like our retreats, to get to know people. And we should mention,
But
did you already
still,
mention
like
the
we
retreats?
will always continue. Yeah, I did mention the retreats. We'll always continue to put out like the best of the best free content here on YouTube and Instagram, everywhere, just because we're doing what we love.
Yeah.
But you know, some people are like reaching out. How can we support you? You know,
Yep.
and everybody already has our ebook, and we haven't put out anything out in like so long. So.
But we are working on a real book, a print book, which we already talked about a little bit. That should be coming out next year. That's a super long process. We're taking photos and making new recipes and all the things, but we want that to be a really pretty hardcover countertop, like pull it out in your kitchen, have it be beautiful type of thing. So we're instead of doing ebooks right now, we're working on that, but we'll always be coming out. If you want recipes, the meal planner is awesome. We're always putting, Erin's always uploading new recipes to that.
I feel like I feel like an old school person. Like a real book is something that I always opt for, especially if it's beautiful. Like Dusty said, to sit out on a coffee table, to be a conversation piece. But like, I'm excited for this recipe book because I want all of our recipes in one spot. I don't necessarily want to grab my phone. I want to grab a book and flip it open and prop it up in the kitchen. And so, yeah, it's going to be everything like that's been scattered all about on Instagram and YouTube, and like in these little nooks and crannies on the blog where you can't necessarily like find exactly the recipe you're looking for. So it's going to be in one spot, and a lot that have never been seen before. So like a good mix of like old revamped that are upgraded and updated, and like brand new, never before seen. But we better zip our lips and not give away too much.
I saw Lynn on there. Hi, Lynn. Lynn came to Costa Rica this last year. Trying to think of who else I just heard from. Destiny.
Who just moved to Florida.
Just moved, another retreat. We've made lifelong friends with some of these folks that found us here on YouTube, have come on our retreats, obviously met us in person, and now we keep in touch with, and I just saw Lynn is here, so that's exciting. Hey Lynn, hope you guys are doing well.
Let's dive into some of these comments and or questions here. I like this. Dr. Teresa said, okay, first time I'm speaking through YouTube with people I like to watch. That's super cool because like I will say that I used to watch a lot of my favorite YouTubers do YouTube lives back in the day, but I never see it anymore. And so now you're making me realize like, yeah, this is a pretty special thing. It's fun for us too.
Yeah, it is. The real time is super cool.
Let's see.
From Hungary.
What do we have here? Oh, someone had asked me, I got my Scout bars last week. You guys should definitely check out Scout Organic.
Yeah.
We love them. They're so clean. They're like, we get the kids bars, but we like them too, honestly.
They're delicious.
The flavors are so good, and they're all whole foods.
Yeah.
They're great.
And they're not big, they're like small, obviously for kids, but I kind of like a small one once in a while. Because
like
if I eat like a whole like
Cliff Bar,
protein bar, I'm like, I don't need that much.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Let's see, Laura said, I've been plant-based for about a year and I'm still working my way through with help. I freaked out a little on my recent blood test results with higher cholesterol, so needed to balance more. You know what, I've heard that from a couple people, and if anyone has any information on this, please comment, because I'm interested too. My parents both have high cholesterol, and there is a hereditary component. There's a genetic component for sure. So like, I know a lot of times like in this holistic world, we're like, oh, you know, you can do it, you can heal yourself, but like there truly is a genetic component. Sometimes some people have to work a little bit harder and be a little bit more diligent and careful with like saturated fats and things like that. I also know, and I haven't like had to test this for myself, I've been fine so far with my cholesterol, but amla is a superfood. We've promoted amla green, which is like a tea powder. But look up amla because there are some actual scientific journals that have shown that amla has been shown to reduce cholesterol as well as leading statin drugs. So check it out, look into it. Come here, sweetie. Oh, did you bonk your head? I feel like a week ago she could graze right under this table without her head touching, but not now. She's growing like a weed.
Growing tall and...
Can you say hi? Okay, someone's asking me about the skincare, so maybe we can get into doing some giveaways. Dusty had a good idea for how to do the giveaways. What did you say?
Oh, I just thought like maybe comment with, I don't know, why you want why you want to win a certain thing, whether it's Sun Warrior, Osea, the herbal face food. Why do you want to win it? Why do you need it? Why do you want it? Maybe just comment here.
Or leave a comment. Yeah, that would be fun. Or also leave a comment on like why you follow us. Like
Right.
what is it that inspired you, or how have we helped you or changed you for the better? Something. Just leave a comment on this video when it's done.
Yeah, and then maybe my only thing is that it's hard for us to reach people on YouTube. So I thought about maybe having you guys go to Instagram, but I realize not everybody has Instagram. But if you don't have a way, like, I don't know, how should we do it? Because I thought maybe we would give it like 24 hours for people that were, can comment later this evening still, and then we can check it later. What are your thoughts?
Or, yeah, that's tough. I don't know.
The giveaways are tricky because we like to share on multiple platforms. But yeah, or we could just do them live. We could just do live giveaways like right now. Well, let's just keep talking and then we'll sort that out. But for now, tell us what you want and why you want it. Comment here, and then we'll either select somebody live or we'll select somebody in the next 24 hours, and we'll message you on YouTube, and if we can't get in touch, we'll sort it out. But let's maybe just do it that way.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Leave a comment, say I want this because I've been dying to try this, or I need this, and yeah, we'll just do it that way. We'll just, honestly, we like to read through our comments and we like to pick people. We've tried like the random number thing, but we do that and we end up like not being able to reach people. And so yeah, just leave us a comment. Let us know why you want the herbal face food, omega, Sun Warrior, magnesium. We've got some protein powders, some Osea. So yeah.
Someone said, did I hear Baby Liv say dada in the last video? What words is she saying now? She's been saying dada and mama for so long. Like, I don't even know. She started saying mama like on repeat quite a while ago.
Yeah. And she says bo, like really good now.
And
like,
bye-bye.
Yeah.
And she's always trying to like copy and repeat everything we do. And now we're teaching her baby sign language.
Yeah.
She's really good at telling us more when she wants more food. And milk, I was just teaching her milk. And she knows how to, if she doesn't want more, she'll shake her head no.
She's over here hanging out. Max, say hey. He's like, I don't want to go on camera. But he probably likes these lives because he actually gets a little screen time for once.
Yeah. We got a yes to the cloth diapers. Felicia is on. Hey, Felicia. Good to see you again.
Oh, careful.
Let's see. How are you and the kiddos? From Marie. We're doing really good. At times, I just have like moments where I feel really, really overwhelmed, but like all with good things. But that's been the like theme of my entire life. Like it's probably my most overused negative word is overwhelmed. Like I feel
she says it way too much.
Like I don't feel depressed or like any of that. Nothing super scary, just overwhelmed. I got a lot on my plate. I just feel like I'm wearing so many hats all the time. I think that's a common mom feeling. But I know Dusty probably feels that too for himself. But overall, we're doing really good. We're really enjoying Florida. It still feels a little bit like, I always feel this like, I'm loving it here so much, but then in the back of my mind, I also feel guilt for being far from family. But they are so supportive. I don't think that they are holding any of this against us. They're just so happy for us, and they know that this is what we've wanted, is to live somewhere tropical. So I would say we're doing pretty darn good and trying to get to the beach once a week. We missed a week, and it felt weird to go there. Like we were on vacation Sunday.
Yeah.
I was like, whoa.
It's still, being from Nebraska. Being from Nebraska, it's still weird, saying we're going to the beach or whatever. Just like it's what we do now. We need to like remember to not take it for granted and not ever like miss the beach because we didn't grow up with it, and so it's extra fun and extra special. But we missed last week. We've been trying to go at least once, but
Will you do a Florida retreat? That would be the dream.
We're trying to
We
figure
would
it out.
really love to like invest in a property, like an Airbnb or a retreat center, or just find somewhere that we could do even like a 4 or 5 day shorter retreat that's
Yeah.
a little bit less expensive, a little bit easier for you
We
guys
need
to
you
get
guys to
to.
help us find a
Yeah.
location. That's the
If
hardest
anybody
thing.
knows.
If anybody knows,
Ideally, it would be next door to like a tropical fruit farm.
which there are, we didn't even know this
Tons.
moving down here. Florida is, well, I mean, we knew that Florida was tropical. We knew that lots of fruit grew here, but you kind of think of like Florida oranges and citrus. We didn't realize that we're 16 miles as the crow flies from Pine Island, which is one of the best places in the world to grow mangoes. And I had no idea, and that's super exciting. So we could have some really cool retreats here with tropical fruit. We just need to find the right spot.
For sure.
So
Antonio is asking, do you monitor macros? Are we cutting, does this mean if it's, do you
Yeah, I'm not
monitor
sure.
macros at all? And no, I wouldn't say we do, but just by its nature, a whole food plant-based diet is going to be high carb and then lower in protein and lower in fat, which is ideal. We
Yeah.
are designed to run on glucose, on carbohydrates as fuel, especially when they're clean carbohydrates that are fiber rich, nutrient dense, not just refined bread and pasta. So we don't really monitor.
No.
I would say that I don't do a lot of fats, but I don't do too little. I'm not 80-10-10 like some doctors will say, be 80% carbs, 10% protein, 10% fat,
Yep.
which I tried in the beginning just because I was very rigid and I wanted to follow the rules of these doctors. But
Yep.
I just feel like when you're young especially, it's a lot better for your brain mainly to have more fats and for hormones.
I don't monitor anything at all. I just eat what I naturally feel like I want to eat. I eat, a smoothie in the morning. I have oatmeal every single day. I have like a burrito for lunch that is homemade. It's probably not the best, but I buy black beans, refried black beans from Whole Foods in a can, and I just eat naturally. I have another smoothie in the afternoon. Erin just chopped me a little salad,
A
and
little baby salad.
yeah, and I just feel better than I ever have, and I feel like this style of eating, you don't really have to track macros because I'm not eating a lot of oils and fats, and I just feel like it's easy to just eat naturally. Like I just don't even need that much water some days, especially if I'm eating a lot of fruit, because I just get enough in my diet. So I never get too much fat. I never get too little protein. It just seems easy to just eat naturally. Like Erin said, there's a perfect balance of all three things: carbs, fats,
Danielle
proteins.
says, did you see Ellen Fisher had her baby? Yes. I looked at Instagram last night, and I like shouted out, it's a girl, like when I saw, because I was just like, I just hope it's a girl, because their family would just be so complete and so perfect. And of course, they had a girl. So that's really, really exciting.
Yeah.
Let's see. Would love to have a list of the entire green smoothie ingredients. Crystal. You can check out, actually, it's almost in too many places to count.
It's
The
all
meal
over.
planner, the ebook, the blog.
Is there still
Or
a
YouTube
free
video.
version? I thought there was like a free PDF version of it on the website. No?
I used to have one, but I don't know where it's at anymore.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's all over the place. I think I did a reel
Pop
for it
on.
recently.
Yeah, check reels.
So yeah, I would maybe just even Google it. It'll probably come up in multiple places. We're always kind of tweaking it, but I recently did a reel for it.
Yeah.
Let's see. Oh, it just keeps skipping. Every time I find where we're at, it
I'm
skips.
trying to keep up with the comments and questions here.
We're just kind of
Liv
jumping
is
around.
now crawling up on the chairs and on the table.
It's very, very hectic. She climbs up on the dining room table, and we just brought a bunch of groceries home, and she like bit into a like rock hard avocado, which was really gross. Let's see. We've got lots of people commenting on the products. I'll just explain what they are really quick as I'm answering questions here. What kind of diet do you recommend for a person with Crohn's disease? Kim, I'm probably not the best person to ask, but I would like to research this more because my grandpa, who is going to be 89 in August, has Crohn's disease. And I've always wanted to encourage him to go more plant-based. But I know that a lot of fiber can kind of be difficult to manage when you have Crohn's. So that's something I want to look into more. But I would say go to forksOverKnives.com because they have amazing healing stories from people with all types of ailments, including Crohn's. So I'm sure you can find somebody's story there and how they successfully reversed it.
But here's the thing. On this diet, like Erin said, especially if you really have healing to do, try like an 80-10-10 style diet. Try more raw foods. But ultimately, if you're on a whole food plant-based diet, you're gonna be getting basically kind of a similar type of thing. Unless you're eating a bunch of fat and oil, if you're sticking to whole foods, you're gonna heal. You're gonna heal, whether it's Crohn's, whether it's heart disease, whether it's just brain fog, whether it's just trying to lose weight, whether it's trying to gain healthy muscle. We all eat the same way. Like as all of our friends, we have different goals. We have different things that we're trying to heal from. I had acid reflux. Erin had high cholesterol. We ate the same things and our bodies just went to where they needed to be. So just eat how we eat and it'll fix your Crohn's. Like I feel like telling people the same diet, because I just feel like this is how we're meant to eat.
Yeah.
You know, I don't think there's anything specific. There probably are. Obviously, the medical doctors are going to have more information, but when in doubt, just eat how we eat. Just eat a whole food plant-based diet, and it's an anti-inflammation diet. You're going to start healing. You know, whatever it is. So that's where I would start.
Do you guys make a roux when making soup? I'm trying to tell my hubs he needs to find a roux alternative. I don't know what roux is.
I don't know what roux is either.
Tell us what it is. I'm curious, but I guess we don't make it. What are your workouts like right now, Riley? Right now, I just really love Caroline. I don't know if it's Gervin or Jervin. She's Irish, right? Yeah, she's in Ireland.
Scotland, maybe?
She's got millions of subscribers. She's got really great workout, not just workout videos, but programs. So come here, girly. She does 30, 40, 50-day workout programs, and I find that I like that structure because then I know what's coming each day. I don't have to try and figure out what to do in the garage. But she does a lot of resistance training, and some, one day a week will be a body weight HIIT workout, which I don't even love anymore. I just like having weights in my hands, and I like doing mostly I like doing full body workouts, but I've been trying to do splits lately where I do an arm day and a leg day and a back day and booty and all that. So that's what I've been doing, taking advice from Dusty that he's been preaching at me for years, basically.
To lift more. You know, I love to run and I love to ride my bike more than anything. I would cycle 4 hours a day if I could. I have a cousin in Vegas who I'm super jealous of because I watch him go on these 4-hour-long bike rides every day. If I had the time, that's one thing. I don't have that much time. Even if I did, I would shrivel up from that much cardio, even though I love it. So I lift. Since I was 18 years old, I've just lifted weights. I'm not a big, bulky, buff guy, but it helps me to feel bigger, stronger, and yeah, it's better for you. Like Erin said, the more research and the more people we listen to, it's better for strong bones, obviously strong muscles, longevity, everything, hormones and everything. So
and metabolism too.
Yeah, totally.
I feel like it helps me to not have that adrenal fatigue too, like I used to have with doing excessive HIIT workouts.
Yeah, and then lifting, especially when it's been really hot. You know, sometimes if I have the time, I can lift for an hour and a half, but it's really hot and we get really sweaty. I feel like you can really get a really good hard workout lifting heavy weights in 45 minutes and be set. And Erin's brother, who's just jacked, he played football for Nebraska actually. He told me one time, he's like, how do you want to look? He was like, obviously it's not just about looks. He was like, do you want to look like a distance runner, or do you want to look like a sprinter? Do you want to look like a Tour de France guy, or do you want to look like these other people? I'm like, yeah, I want to look fit. Like, I want to have muscles and I want to be strong. And he was like, there you go. He's like, you need to not, run and ride so long. Even though those are great things to do, I still do ride occasionally and still do go for runs. Definitely would recommend lifting.
And I think I've heard the same thing recently from a female former beach body coach, and she said the same thing. I went in the gym and I started to look around and realize, like, do I want to look like the people in the group cardio room, or do I want to look like the people on the track, or do I want to look like the people in the weight room? And she's like, a lot of females' fears, especially, is like, I don't want to bulk up, or I don't want to get bigger or gain weight.
Yeah.
Well, gaining weight may happen, but that's because muscle mass weighs more than fat.
Right.
So the other nice thing is, when you're doing resistance training, you're building muscle, you're also simultaneously burning fat. And the size thing also isn't very true.
Yeah.
You're just gonna get more sculpted.
Right.
Like, your size will stay the same. It's just not gonna be like hanging here.
Right.
It's gonna be like firm. And you guys, I have the world's longest arms, so I'm sorry, I have tiny biceps. When you're longer, there's less bulk.
Yeah.
And that's my non-dominant arm.
So here's the thing, like Erin said,
I'll
there's
give
a
you
lot
guys
of...
a flex tomorrow morning after I've lifted and have a good pump.
When I lifted seriously, I hired a trainer this was before Max was born. 6 months, legit. I was eating 3,500 calories a day, lifting with the trainer regularly. I gained like 13 or 15 pounds in about 6 months. And my waist got smaller, my arms got bigger, and I've seen reels of women who, number one, say you got to get off the scale because you will get heavier. Like, not a ton, you're not gonna gain 40 pounds, but you might go up, 5, 6, 7 pounds, but your waist gets smaller. You know what I mean?
Your body gets more proportionate.
It's like it sucks in and it's just hard and tight. And again, like Erin said, hormones, stability, strength. We both have moms in their 50s now, and it's like they want to have tight skin, tight muscles, and strong bones. And it's like, what you need to do is lift weights. And that's, kind of what we're realizing. And so we kind of have a home gym set up. We've got a new house now, but the same setup that we did. We've got a couple home gym tours on our channel if you guys want to go check those out. So
you want this one?
I bought I asked for Christmas one year, I asked Erin to buy a weight and squat, or a bench and squat rack that you can adjust. You can do incline, you can do all the things. It was pretty affordable actually online with a bar and some weights. And then we have some adjustable dumbbells and and some rubber flooring. Other than that, a yoga mat, you really don't need that much stuff, especially with YouTube. Erin watches other YouTubers, and you don't necessarily need a gym membership and all these things to get super fit. So I see a couple people have asked about the swim spa. So our house, we don't have an official pool. We've got a swim spa, so it's like a
giant hot tub.
It's like a giant hot tub. It's like 2 or 3 hot tubs put together, and it's got these jets that you can swim against. The problem is only one of the 3 jets are hooked up because, again, new house. We're trying to sort out all the kinks. So we haven't actually really got to use it yet, but we're really looking forward to the swim spa. So, because swimming is great. Swimming isn't like running or cycling. It's anaerobic.
The one sport where you don't sweat, so that's a plus.
Right. But it's so if you look at swimmers, again, look at distance runners, they're often very thin. You look at Tour de France bicyclists, they're often very thin. You look at swimmers who are doing cardio all day, they're going to be thin, but they're also going to be ripped. And it's because it's just more full body cardio and aerobic and anaerobic
I'm excited for it because I've always had this in the back of my mind, like when we get into our 40s and the kids are older, we can start training and do like a triathlon. So swimming was the one thing that was gonna be difficult, but now having the swim spa, I feel like, and the ocean, I feel like that could be a reality that would be kind of cool.
Totally. And it's a lifelong thing. You know, you can swim when you're 90 years old. There's no impact, and like running.
Can you make a video for cold lunches, ideas for school? Yeah, that's a good idea. We should do that. Yeah, we'll have to do that. I'll write it down and put it on our list. That's a great idea. What is an example of a high-fat vegan diet? Like too much nuts, tahini, avocado? Yeah, I mean, that's really honestly all it could be is if you're eating too many avocado, nuts, and seeds, and maybe like too many oils too. But we're oil-free, so yeah, that's the only way it could be. And someone else asked if you can have too much fats on a plant-based diet, and I think yes, you can. There can always be too much of a good thing. I tend to find that it slows down digestion. It just makes me feel a little bit lethargic and groggy if I have too many fats.
Yeah,
but
but everybody's different. I feel like I can eat a whole bunch of fat. Sometimes I feel like it makes me feel better. So again, it could be a male-female thing. It just depends on the type of exercise you're doing or not doing. And yeah, but you just gotta try. You just gotta try different things. Some people like to juice. Some people like smoothies. Some people only eat salads. Like, try different methods and see what works. What gives you the most energy and makes you feel the best?
Nikki is asking, do you ever use pure olive oil for the benefits of polyphenols? No, we are oil free, although like if we go to restaurants, there might be oil, and I'm not like so strict where I won't eat restaurant food, but we don't eat out often anyway.
Yeah.
I don't feel like I'm totally against oil. I just would rather obtain fats from whole food sources. But if you like olive oil, using maybe like a teaspoon to saute onion and garlic for your red pasta sauce, great. I think it becomes a problem when people are drizzling it on everything and putting it in their salad dressings, and before you know it, every time you use it, it's an extra 100 or 200 calories, and that's where people run into like not having calorie awareness and wondering why they're gaining weight or wondering why their, cholesterol might be going up. So I just don't love oil. It's, again, kind of a digestion thing. It's always been an issue for me. So whole food fats are what we go for. Also, polyphenols, yes, but olives have polyphenols, and every fruit has some type of antioxidant. Some have polyphenols as well. So there's a lot of, things that it's like caffeine. Oh, why don't you drink coffee? It has longevity benefits because of this or that. Every single thing has that, but like, it's just like weighing the pros versus the cons. I don't find that there's enough benefit to outweigh the drawbacks.
Like you kind of said, if you don't need it, don't eat it. But that doesn't always apply. Like, I eat ice creams once in a while. If I'm hanging out with your dad at the beach, I'll have a beer once in a while. Like, we're not like made of stone, but ultimately caffeine and stuff like that, it's like, those are addictive too. My biggest thing with caffeine is like, number one, it makes me jittery, so I don't need it. And even if I did like it, the addictive part of it kind of freaks me out. And the olive oil too, again, if somebody makes us pasta with olive oil, we're not going to turn it down, but we just choose not to eat. I'd rather get my calories from fruit, frankly. So
So, and now to follow up that, Epic. What is the trick to not cooking with or putting oil in dressings? So as far as, we need to do a video on this because we get this question a lot, but like the really simple answer for sauteing, which is the most common use for oil, I would say, is to just saute with water or vegetable broth. We don't even buy vegetable broth anymore because it seems kind of like a waste of money. It's just sodium in a bottle. I mean, I guess there's vegetable nutrients in there, but we just saute with water, just like 1 or 2 tablespoons of water. And by the time the onion actually begins to cook, it releases its own natural waters. And like, you don't have to worry about anything. We don't even use non-stick because there can be toxins in it. We just use stainless steel Teflon pots and pans, and we don't ever have an issue with that. And then as far as dressings, honestly, we don't even do salad dressings, but if you were to, you would just use like a nut or seed butter, like tahini being the most popular option for most people. A simple dressing with tahini and lemon, or you can blend up like, you can even do like raw vegan dressings like bell peppers with sunflower seeds and different herbs and spices with just a splash of water. Or what we most commonly do is just whip up some avocado with salt and pepper, like flop it onto the salad, and then I'll usually drizzle like aminos or coconut aminos, mix it in really good in my salad, and then it's just like really palatable. So there's a lot of other healthy fat options outside of oils, because if you look at oil, it's kind of like a refined sugar is, like it's a tablespoon of sugar, that's just, you know, pure carbohydrate, nothing else. It's been stripped of its nutrients. And oil is the same way. It's just a 100% refined fat that's been stripped of all of its, you know, fiber and other vitamins and minerals.
Yep.
So that's kind of where we stand on that. And that we get this question every once in a while, how does that differ from our stance on protein powder? And my simple answer for that is that it's just a personal preference.
But even then, it's not just isolated protein. This has a lot of stuff in it, including carbs. And
yeah, and I will say, sugar, a tablespoon of sugar serves no purpose to me.
Right.
Only drawbacks. A tablespoon of oil doesn't really serve a purpose for me either. It's just extra calories.
Right.
Protein serves a purpose because I'm working out super hard, sweating, depleting myself of a lot of minerals,
amino acids.
And the amino acids are going to help you to build muscle,
right?
Stronger hair, nails. So yeah.
And we never drink this alone. It's not like we put this in water and shake it up.
Maybe
it's like you put it with a banana and you get the healthy carbs and fats in there too. So it's not just a protein shake that we're having. It's just a supplement to the fruits that we're creating a smoothie with, because the best post-workout recovery is not protein, it's glycogen and carbs. But to put them together, it's like the best. So I don't ever just have pure protein isolate powder in water. It's always like I'm adding
smoothie.
This is like a meal. It's almost like a meal replacement. This has a bunch of food in it, like ingredients. You can see where the protein comes from.
I mean, maybe we're justifying why we use it, but it's honestly a personal preference. And do you need it? Absolutely 100% not.
Yeah.
It's like, do you like it? The other thing is we really like the way it tastes in our smoothies, the vanilla and the chocolate warrior blend. So yeah, it's just a preference. Helps with if you're trying to make gains, or if you're really active, it can be helpful. Even for like high school kids who are in sports and stuff. My mom was always like making us good protein smoothies, and we don't overdo it though. I make us our green smoothie that's massive, and I only put 1 scoop, so we're each getting a half scoop. And then sometimes I'll also like dust it in our baked goods or whatever. So it's just like, it's not like we're overdoing it. We're still relying heavily on like whole protein sources. So that's what I would advise for you guys to do too.
And even then, we're not counting protein. Like I don't take this because I need to get 150 grams a day.
Yeah.
I have no idea how much protein I get every day. I just frankly like the flavor, and it's like you just know, like I just said, the carbs plus the protein makes a good post-workout. And yeah, so it's, again, like Erin said, you don't need it. It's not like I'm afraid I'm not getting enough protein. It's just a supplement, like anything else, like B12 or anything else.
It's
I
like
want
the
the
one
amino
thing
acids.
that I think people are like, oh, well, doctors say you don't need it. And I'm like, I was taking protein when I was not plant-based too, and I think most people do either way, like, but it's just
even the meat eaters are guzzling protein powders.
Let me see here.
And they probably don't need it either. It's
Linny is asking, how can I get coaching? EatMoveRest.com/coaching. That being said, we are drawing near to like crunch time with big projects and traveling home. So it might be a while, but we always would love to help you guys. So definitely check out the website and see if it sounds like a good fit. Substitutes for nuts for my kids. My daughter's going to a nut-free school. Seeds. chia, hemp, and flax are the best sources of omega-3s, but I've been actually really like feeling called to like sunflower seeds and pumpkin seeds, so I bought like some big bags and I've been sprinkling those on my salads, and the crunch is so good. So I would just say opt for seeds instead.
Quinoa.
And they're actually better too.
Is technically a seed too.
Seeds are easier to digest and they're more nutritious, so not always. I mean, walnuts and almonds are great.
Yep.
Not trying to throw all the nuts under the bus. Salad dressing, do a salad dressing video or Buddha bowl. Yeah, that would be a good idea. What else do we have? I made some really bomb kale chips last night. I thought that could be a dressing. Those? Yeah. If I were to thin that out a little bit, the cheese sauce, that could be a good dressing. Yeah, get those out. And I would usually put them in the dehydrator, but we didn't want to dig it out. We still haven't unpacked it. So I baked them and it still worked out great. And let's see here. Sun Warrior protein is expensive in the store. Would like to try before I buy. Get it on the website. Use EatMoveRest because you'll get 20% off. And since we're doing giveaways with all of these, I'll just really quick tell you, this is the unflavored, but I recommend the Warrior Blend. It's a combination of pea protein, hemp protein, and goji. So who knew that you could get protein from goji berries? Pretty cool. And I like this one because it has the highest amount of iron that I've seen from all of their protein powders. They also have like a brown rice pea protein, but this one's really good, and it's
cheesy kale chips.
This is grain free too, if that's a thing for you. It's soy free if that's a thing for you, and it's raw, vegan, USDA organic. So that's why we're big fans. I used to do like muscle milk and all the gross stuff back in the day before we went plant-based and cleaned up our diet. That stuff is like inflammatory. Like when we're talking protein powders, like this is clean.
Totally.
And then giving away.
And it's actually clean. Again, we've done the research, we've talked to the company.
Well,
everything is like tested. There's arsenic in the water, there's arsenic in rice. We've heard it all. We've heard all the claims, and we've looked into it. This is legit stuff.
Ashley at Sun Warrior, who we are very close with, just made a TikTok that I watched 2 days ago saying Sun Warrior was put up against peaches and nectarines, and it has less heavy metals in it than like your common fruit.
Fruit, yeah.
And these foods have a little bit, simply because of the soil. So
and water.
It's super clean and safe. We trust them, love them. And then the other thing I was going to show you guys was, people always ask me about herbal face food. Since we're giving it away, I'll give you my spiel. I've been using it since I think like February or March. And it's the cleanest thing I've found, and I use it in conjunction with my Osea. So it's designed to go on your skin first thing in the morning, or before you put on anything else. So you put this on, then you can continue with your regular skincare and or makeup routine after, but you always want to, as they say, feed your face first, because this is literally like a salad for your face or a salad for your skin. You can put it on everywhere. I usually do this area too, where I get sun exposure. Serum 1, and then the cure is like for spot treating. So this goes all over. This is spot treating problem areas. It's the most potent multi-correction serum on the market. It's great for everything, for fine lines, wrinkles, sunspots, freckles, fine lines. I don't know if I said that. Hyperpigmentation.
And it's legit too.
And I love it. It seriously makes me glow. And it like gives you this like invigorating tingle, like almost a little bit of a burning sensation, but like in a good way, like you know it's doing something. And it's so clean that you could actually eat it. Like you wouldn't want to, because it probably wouldn't taste great, but you can eat it. But this
is like what the celebrities use. I just saw like
Giselle. It was in Vogue. Giselle uses it, loves it. It was like a cult favorite over in Korea, and It's making waves. It's so if you guys are interested in it, we'll give it away to one lucky person, but you can also use EatMoveRest for 20% off, which is huge. And that goes for Sun Warrior too. So that's my spiel on that.
Totally.
And then of course you guys know about Osea if you've watched our channel. So yeah, I still use Osea, but you always want to use the herbal face food first before your other products. So then I just do Osea after that. My go-to hyaluronic sea serum, giving away that one. A fresh one in a box, not this one. This is my new one. So let's get some more questions answered. Can you ever have too much fruit as a vegan?
No.
Well, I think you kind of know your limits. It's much easier than like when you're eating birthday cake, which is so good. I've realized even still, like my taste buds have changed a lot, but when I had like birthday cake a few months ago, or a month ago, it was so good that like I wanted to keep eating more and more, but it was also like so sweet and it was like a battle. But fruit.
Here's the thing, Max, okay, our beautiful baby boy, has never really had a lot of stuff. Like, it's funny, he talks about certain foods and he doesn't even like know, he's never had a lot. You know, again, we're not like militant with him. If the kid wants to try something, when he starts asking questions, we're open to letting him try other foods. But he just hasn't at this point. So when it comes to things like birthday cake, he'll have some and then he'll like be done because it's too sweet. Yeah. I grew up eating candy and chocolates and Skittles and like sugar, Kool-Aid, like cups of sugar.
Sour Patch Kids, it's sugar with sugar sprinkles on it.
And I could eat, and I could just keep eating. Max, no way. He's like, a little bit of birthday cake, he loves it, obviously goes crazy for it, and then he's like, oh, it's really sweet, and he tells us, and he's done. And it's like, that's how your body should work, you know? Like, his sweet stuff, and Liv's too, fruit. Real fruit, you know, is a treat for all of us. And
fruit's different. Like, you'll know when you're full of fruit and be done. Like, I was gonna say with the cake, like, I feel like I could keep eating it. I'm smarter than that, but like,
yeah,
there's this addictive quality to that refined sugar that's not healthy for your body or your brain.
Yeah.
Really kind of an issue for a lot of people. But with fruit, your body tells you when is when. And I think a big part of that is fiber and also the sugar. But if you ever feel like, because one thing you can really mess up with is watermelon, because it doesn't catch up with you till after the fact. So if you eat too much watermelon or too much of any fruit,
yep,
and then sit down, you're like, whoa, I feel like sugared out or something for some reason. Balance it out with vegetables. Like on our Costa Rica retreat, that's why they always have like cucumber and celery. Like eat some celery sticks and it will help to like even it out.
Yep.
So, and also with fruit, proper food combining, you should probably only eat fruit by itself for optimal digestion. And it will keep you from having like blood sugar spikes if that might be an issue for you. Because if you're combining fruit with like if you're combining it with fat, the two kind of butt heads and it can cause blood sugar spikes if you're sensitive. So fruit by itself, especially melon.
And so I heard this too. If you have an issue, and I've done this for a long time actually, maybe even before we were vegan. I used to read Men's Health, and there was, now I realize that a lot of it like wasn't the best advice. But if you have an issue with sweets or having a sweet tooth, eat your dessert first. And I know it sounds stupid, I know it sounds crazy, or have some fruit before your meal, because yes, of course we all crave sweets. Like, have you ever met a person that didn't say, oh, I just have a sweet tooth? It's like, well, yeah, we do. Like, that's our animalistic like craving, right? I could go down the rabbit hole. We are frugivores, in my opinion. We're very few animals see in color. We see in color. What are fruits and vegetables? They're all colorful, right? So evolution, Bo, our dog, he can't see the yellow banana or the red mango on the tree, right? Wasn't necessarily created to eat the fruit like we are. So yes, humans have a sweet tooth. Of course we have a sweet tooth. That's why we crave and need fruit. That's why we can see fruit. Anyway, I'm going on a tangent. But that trick for me, legitimately, if we're like at Thanksgiving or something and there's like cake and cookies, I will, no joke, eat it before my meal, and then eat my meal, and it won't make me feel as lousy, and I won't feel like I need as much if you eat it before. So yeah, I don't know, like basically like Erin just said, if you have a bunch of fruit and you feel sweeted out, eat something like a vegetable afterward, and that will, kind of buffer that.
Nikki's asking, what do you think about the latest trend of wearing constant glucose monitors? This is interesting. I just heard Rich Roll talk about it, and I actually think that it's cool. Like, I would totally do that just to have better body awareness and figure out, like, after I eat A, B, or C, like, what is my blood sugar doing? And I think that's really a good thing. It can be really helpful for a lot of people. So yeah, I think it's kind of cool.
But I kind of also think that it's not necessary, even if it's cool, because what's wrong with a blood sugar spike? A lot of times that's what we need, right? So at 3 p.m. we all get tired. What we need is some fuel, aka like carbs, aka sugar. We need that spike for energy. So if you start thinking that blood sugar spikes are bad when they're not necessarily bad, especially if you're not diabetic, I don't know if I agree with like having to constantly monitor it. I don't know. Our bodies, it's kind of like drinking alkaline water. The goal is to be neutral, and we don't have to do that. Our bodies do that, right? Our bodies balance themselves out. So I don't know. I mean, devices and body awareness is cool, but I just don't know if it's all necessary.
We've gotten a lot of questions about what juicer we're using, and I must have been missing these, but right now we are using the Huron. It's the latest model that's like has the self-feeding hopper. So you basically just can chop things and drop them in this big barrel at the top, and it feeds itself through there, which is kind of cool and fun. The kids love to help with it. So yeah, and that's another one you can use EatMoveRest for a discount on, which I've heard a lot of people having issues not being able to get the discount. Give it a try. Shoot us a DM on Instagram if it doesn't work. But we're also possibly going to be trying a new juicer we're very excited about.
Yep.
So we'll have to do a smackdown to see which one is truly better. We'll let you guys know. But honestly, we don't juice a whole lot, and I would like to start doing it more. So if you guys would like to see like a juicing video with a couple recipes, let us know. Let's see.
I think you can't necessarily go wrong either with, as long as you're like buying a legit brand, you know what I mean? Like you can buy the cheap blenders and juicers, but if you're paying a good amount of money for a good product, you can't really go wrong. But we definitely love Huron. And
what Hoffman Images, what organic natural body wash soap for shower do you use? Is it an Osea product? I use an Osea face wash, but body wash we use, I think it's Alafia. Is that how you say it?
Yeah.
Alafia. We get it at Whole Foods. You can also find it on Amazon. It's so
it's in like
simple
almost
and
every
clean.
like natural groceries.
And that's what we use for the kids too. So it's like really clean and safe. We also used to use Dr. Bronner's, but we both found that it left a waxy coat on the shower, and it also made our skin feel kind of rubbery. Like I use it if I really need to cut through some grease, but most of the time I do find that it's maybe a little bit much for some reason.
Yeah.
But it's good. I like it. I want to use it. I want to like it enough to be like, this is the one. But
Barbie Shine, hi from Naples. We're neighbors.
Awesome. Someone said they like your watch. Which one?
Nice.
Oh, I love that one. Yeah.
Yeah, I buy Nixon watches. They're like the prettiest colors. They're just cool. Nixon.
Becca, recommendations for someone whose legs and ankles are swollen. The first thing that's coming into my mind is rebounding, maybe.
Legs up the wall.
Yeah, lay with your legs up the wall. It's kind of like a relaxed yoga position just to get the blood flowing, and be careful of like sodium as well, and make sure you're hydrating.
Yeah.
Drink lots of water.
Oh, I need to go get the door. I'll probably be done. We got it just a couple minutes. We'll see you guys.
Oh yeah. We've got some guys here to work on the house. What do you recommend for thyroid? It depends if it's, sorry. Come on, come here. if you're hypothyroid or hyperthyroid. But I do know that things that can help with your thyroid, again, going back to, what was I just gonna say? I lost it. Oh, iodine. Iodine is really important for thyroid function, as is selenium. So these can be an issue on a plant-based diet if you're not getting a really well-balanced whole food plant-based diet. But there's two simple quick fixes. Number one, for iodine, you can use sea veggies, which our favorite is dulse. We get dulse flakes. I usually put them in our smoothies. I used to do them on salads too. And then selenium is another one that's easy to obtain from Brazil nuts. One Brazil nut a day or every couple days will give you plenty of selenium. They're also great. It's also great for your hair. But those are two things that I would just make sure you're not lacking in, because then you could have thyroid issues. And then also just be really careful and diligent with like what you're putting on your skin, and like things like dryer sheets and different fragrances and scents. A lot of those things can be like endocrine disruptors, cause hormone imbalances and issues with your thyroid. So there's a lot of things outside of foods. Sorry, she's jumping on. There's a lot of different factors outside of just what you're eating when it comes to thyroid. So just make sure you're cleaning things up. What do you use for shampoo and conditioner? Another favorite, so 100% pure. You can get a discount. EatMoveRest for a discount. I think it's 25% off, which is huge. But I use them for all of their makeup, almost everything, like 100% is 100% pure. And I also love their shampoo and conditioner. They've got a great body lotion, so lots of different things. I really trust their stuff. What do you use for laundry soap and dryer sheets? For laundry soap, we have two that we love. One is Molly's Suds, which I get on Amazon. Very simple, clean, simple ingredients. And the other one is Branch Basics. If you've checked out Branch Basics and you're curious about them, go to our website. We've got an affiliate link for them with a discount code. Those are the two. We don't use dryer sheets.
Oh. We actually just had a really good conversation with a guy. Did you say the building biologist?
Oh, no, I haven't mentioned that.
Speaking about dryer sheets and smells and scents.
I just talked about
toxins within the house. We had a conversation with a building biologist, mostly because we were just interested for our own sake. You know, new home, new whatever. We have solar panels. We've heard bad things about solar panels. So we just kind of wanted to get it all sorted out. And we're gonna make a YouTube of that. In fact, I'm editing it. Yeah. It's like an hour long, but it's
so fascinating.
It's really cool, really good information. If you're into like EMF, we talk about cell phones, Wi-Fi, EMFs, yes, air filters, water. We kind of cover all the things from a legitimate building biologist. Believe it or not, that's like a thing. So.
Someone asked, do you have a favorite supplement brand? Sun Warrior. They've got everything besides protein. We take their algae omegas and their magnesium. But another favorite is Complement, which we don't have out here right now because we're like running out of. Yeah. Complement is awesome because it's like a vegan supplement all in one. They've got liquid and gels. Again, something you can go on our website and get our affiliate discount for. It's super amazing. So maybe we should just go through and do the giveaways based on these comments, and if we pick your name, then you guys will have to DM us on Instagram. Does that work?
And if you don't have Instagram, we'll find another way. Okay.
Then you can email us through our website. Submit an email through our website.
Yeah.
So let's see.
Just give us 2 more minutes, okay?
We're gonna pick winners, and then we're gonna round this out because we've got leftovers. I told Dusty last night, I was like, let's make something that we can have leftovers for so we don't have to cook after our live. Yes. All right. Felicia, oh my gosh, okay, the first person I saw was Felicia, who we just talked to. I would love to try the omega-3 Sun Warrior. Okay, you got it, Felicia. Sun Warrior omega-3. We've got like 6 more things here. Epic is asking, is there a list where we can find these awesome products? I'll put the link right here. It's on our website, Okay, it's eatmoveRest.com/r-faves. There, it's in the it's right there for you guys. That has all of our favorite products with discount codes written underneath and links that have discounts automatically applied. There's like something for everything on there, even vitamin dark chocolates that are amazing.
So good.
Okay, let's see. Riley would like to win OSEA, young college student. Awesome. Hyaluronic C serum is yours. I should probably write these names down. Give me 1 second. Riley. And we got Felicia. This is fun. I like giving stuff away. Okay, let's see. Who else do we need to give something to? I'm just scrolling randomly. What do we have here? Pem, P-E-M-B-I-E, Pem B. Love to try herbal face food. You have been raving about it. You look amazing, Erin. Much love from Canada. Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
Okay.
We will be sending you right here herbal face food. This is serum 2. So serum 2 and the cure. 2 is just a step up from 1. If you have more mature skin, it's going to be a good place to start. Let me know if not, and maybe I can get you serum 1, but they're very comparable. This one's just a little bit more strong. So that's for you. And again, you can DM us on Instagram, and if you don't have Instagram, then just go to our website and submit a contact form on there.
Say bumble.
Okay, Caitlin, Sun Warrior. Caitlin Killikane. I don't know how to say your name. K-A-L-I-L-I-K-A-N-E. That's a tough one. Sun Warrior, and your super is the only powders I can find that doesn't have stuff I'm allergic to and they actually taste good. Katie, you are the winner of the Sun Warrior Blend, this big one. So send us a message. We just got a couple left, guys. Katie. And then, let's see, magnesium. Let's do Sun Warrior Magnesium. Who wants the magnesium? This is really great.
This stuff is so good.
Good for muscle recovery, good for cramps, especially if you're like, when I was pregnant, great for leg cramps.
Yep. If you're constipated, you can take a lot of it and it'll...
It's a muscle relaxant, so it obviously relaxes that muscle down there too. And it's good for sleep, really good for restful sleep. It's a mineral that we're commonly deficient in for many reasons.
Mm-hmm. Oh, we got a lot of peeps on the...
Rosie. We've got
Rosie, yes.
You are our
Magnesium,
winner.
please.
Okay, and then who wants the active hydration? So what is, do you want to talk about this one? Do you know?
Yeah, this stuff is good. So again, Sun Warrior, they just make a whole bunch of like...
It's got minerals in it.
Put like pre and post workout type of supplements. So they have this active hydration with like coconut. It's basically like a healthy Gatorade, I guess I would say. So
Yeah.
again, it's got cucumber.
It's called cucumber lime thyme.
Oh, there it is. Yeah, cucumber lime thyme.
And then
It's just like a
Biv
pre-workout
stole
type of thing. It's gonna be super sweet, super flavorful. It's gonna be good for especially summertime if you're sweating a lot.
There it is. We've also
Oh,
got
Liv took
active energy. Who likes a little bit of caffeine for their workouts?
Yeah, so this one again, we don't do caffeine, so we're not probably gonna
It's got
we're
like
not gonna use this.
coconut water.
Coconut
mushrooms.
water, mushrooms, nitric oxide blend. So I bet there's beets in it.
Yep. Sodium, or just a teeny bit of sodium for you know,
Yep.
if you're sweating a lot.
Again, these are meant for people that are training, sweating, and they sent us a whole bunch.
Beetroot, tart cherry, caffeine, maca, rhodiola. These are all things for like if you are looking to perform better with your physical activity.
Yep.
A lot of people do like to get amped on caffeine before they work out. So if that's you,
Why do I see?
Paula Ficarella, that's for you. You're the winner. Okay, let me write these names down just so I don't lose track.
Immunity, antioxidants, vitamin C, elderberry, coconut water,
So
real
good.
salt, B12 from
Is that everything?
methylcobalamin.
Let me go
Yeah,
see if
this
I
is
can
like
find
really
one
good
more
stuff.
fun thing. If you guys hang on, maybe I can find one more bonus giveaway.
Do we want me to get the big thing down quick?
What?
Do you want me to get the big tote down quick?
Is there more stuff?
Yeah.
Okay, well, this is gonna be a lot of shipping costs.
Yeah. Okay. Let's
I
do
didn't
another.
realize it.
Let's just wait. We'll do another giveaway soon.
Okay, yeah, we'll do another one.
Erin just made a good point. This is going to cost a lot to ship.
We're gonna have to go to. At
It's
least
all
they're-
good.
Most of them are lightweight, except for this beast.
Yeah,
that's okay.
we'll pay for shipping. We'll send it to you guys because we love you and we just feel blessed to be living the life we're living and having support
And-
from people like you. So
We'll have a Florida retreat someday.
Yep.
Maybe we'll have. This would be the dream. I want to have an EatMoveRest Fest on the beach, like with a cool DJ, like a music festival. But it's like
A
we
free
do
plug.
healthy things. We can get our yoga mats out on the beach or whatever, and just have like an EatMoveRest Fest for like a whole day or a
Week.
whole weekend. Yeah,
A
a
month.
week. Don't you guys think that would be cool? Then we could all get together and meet each other and just have a blast. That'd be awesome.
cool. All right, should we call it?
Yeah.
We've gone well over an hour now. Do you need to tell these people? Felicia, send us a message. The omega-3 is yours. Riley, the Osea is yours. Pam B, you get the herbal face food.
Katie, Sun Warrior.
Katie
Protein.
Kilcane gets the Sun Warrior protein. Rosie Urbano gets the magnesium. And Paula Ficarella gets the active energy. Do we need one more? Was there one more that we said gets another energy?
That was it. Did we get the magnesium?
No, there's a sun. We've got an active energy and we have active hydration.
I thought we said someone for the hydration.
Who did we say for the hydration?
Maybe we didn't. Maybe we just talked about it.
Yeah. Okay, maybe we missed you guys. Who wants the hydration? Send us, put a message in there. Send us a message. We'll send it to you guys. We'll get it figured out. Cool?
Okay, bye guys.
Okay, wait, we gotta hydrate. Leah Saravitz gets the hydrate.
Alrighty.
Okay.
All
We'll
right,
see you guys.
I better hit the.
You do this
Yeah.
one, Erin, so I
Okay,
don't mess it up.
here, Viv. Let's go in for the